I forgot to turn on my microphone. Quick recap what I've just said. We are currently in the grove again because we have to find clues as to where the Death Titan went. So, yay! Also, Clara, no. Let's see here. Who did I want to put? I think. Oh, funny story earlier today. I was doing some polls on my main account, and I ended up getting Mr. Yang. And I couldn't really be mad about it, because he was a character I did want to get in my thing, just at least have him. So, there's that now. Which is great, honestly. So, now the only person on my standard banner that I'm missing on my main is Himeko. I love how almost reversed it is compared to the streaming one. Oh right, I was gonna look for someone to put on this. See? What do I have right now? I have Don Hung for the story. I have Venturing, Bailu. I guess Harmony will be fine. My Tingyin here is only level 56. I really have to level her up more. So who can I use? Oh yeah, I guess Sunday should work.
All or nothing. Just don't abandon your principles.
I think this should be fine. Connection successful. Oh wait, there's okay. Looks like we got some stuff that I didn't collect here yet, so let's do that. Pay my 4 tickets. How much money? How long is this one? It would be 15 days. Okay. And then we get. So it's 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 20. Oh, before I forget real quick. Before I forget. There is something else I wanted to do. Alright. Everyone on this banner, I have. Who is closest to E5 though? I have to look. So who do I have here that's... I know I have an E1 Himeko. Actually, I might have. Alright. The actual question is. Oh, yeah. E1 Himeko, E1. Branya. Sorry, Branya. Who is a character I probably wouldn't mind Character event warp. When you receive a 5-star, it can either be a featured raid-up character or one of the following. But like... Okay, but what were your... Eidolons like, by the way? Yep, because I have E1. It refreshes trigger, Himiko speed increases, which is pretty cool. And then Convergence, which would be E2. 15% more damage. Actually, that would be good. E2 Himiko. Inflicts weakness break and supports a charge. Ultimate deals damage 2 extra times. I would love to E6 Himiko, actually. I only have one of them. It was E4, I think. If I'm targeted when weakness Bronya, immediately launch it. Yeah. If you E4 Bronya, then she has a follow-up attack. Sounds like a good idea. And of course, I never had the chance to get Seela. I think I started playing a little after her banner, I believe. So I think I definitely want to put her as one of the ones to get. What yours do, by the way? Using ultimate will get some hit. And add the next 2 times use basic or skill to use extra instance of additional damage to your enemy. Using basic is equal to 50% of basic attack damage multiplier. Okay. And then generates 3 energy. Okay. If I remember, I think for Japar with the other one, I want to say he was E3. I'd have to look again. Wait. Let me think. I love Yanqing and I love Ailu. I can keep them there. Clara is adorable. I love her. I don't really use her, so I'm going to take her off of this one. And I do want the chance to get Seela, so I'm gonna put her in. I know that Huion would definitely be a welcome addition. I like being able to customize this, it's nice. Increases crit damage by 30, okay. Any talent struck by a killing blow, or like targets who are struck, not be knocked out. Oh, that's cool. 1 time per battle, okay. Pretty cool. And then it's activated, it'll keep a tally of dual HP left by all team members. The Huion's ultimate will increase by 200. I'll leave HP loss. This tally is also capped at 120% of Huion's max HP. So the higher her HP, the better, I think. at that point. Okay. And I do use Aventurine a little more than Japard. But then there are instances where Japard is more suitable for what I'm doing. Let's do it this way for now. I'll do that for now. Should we try doing a poll? Let's see. Let's do a 10 poll. Let's go. Balls in the column. Okay. What does that give me? That gives me... $390. I've already collected the things, unfortunately. Could have gone for some. I should pull Herta for the hell of it. No, for the lols, for the lols. Ooh, I have a single ticket here. Eh. It would have been so good to hurt yet, Joe. I would have allowed the Nakaron. I would have. We need characters I don't want so I can go for reruns. Just saying. Bop. Okay. Maybe I should do Star Real World. It doesn't take too long and I haven't started it yet. We'll do that. We'll do that real quick. We'll do that real quick. So this I did do a bit of on my other one. It's actually kind of interesting. Yep. And plus, Stellar Jades. Yeah. A bunch of jades you could get from this. Earlier, long before we set foot upon Emporios. Messenger B is here. We were just looking for you. Maintain a necessary sense of ceremony. I wanted to bring everyone to enjoy some coffee, tea, and pastry, but it was unanimously rejected. According to the databank, past nameless members will throw a trailblaze celebration after each stop. Sometimes it's a tea party, sometimes it's a race, and sometimes it's even a nightly joust. Having a joust on the express sounds like a very bad idea. But the number of passengers eventually waned, so this tradition has faded out. A freight skiff from the IPC just dropped off a package. Inside was a box labeled to the Galactic Baseballer. I assume it's meant for you. My fans can be quite enthusiastic. The IPC's insignia is on it, so it's probably not a fan gift. Either ways, since the actual receiver is here, let's open it up. When you lift the lid, a screen inside flickers to life. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, nice. Video's working. Looks like the International Peace Express finally knows their stuff. Definitely giving them a thumbs up. Greetings, Nameless Bee and other crew members of the Astral Express. This is Dunsky, calling from a distant world of Paradox. At least I'm pretty sure it's called Paradox. I've heard of Paradox. It was a planet that followed the beauty before signing a contract for the Interastral Peace Entertainment, turning it to a cultural industry based under the IPC. That's right. My family used to be the most popular aristocracy on the Paradox, with many theater works under our belts. However, if we want to watch the IPC's Tassel Detective in the Leblanc, the Meteor Thief, so my family gradually declined. So we're famous now? Absolutely. Every world connected to the Silvered Rail knows about the Astral Express, and everyone knows about the Nameless. So what do you need from us? I developed an Astral Express themed game. In other words, it's my little homage to the Astral Express. Try it out, please. I've always loved following your stories. The game's demo package is in the device. It uses cutting-edge brainwave tech for full virtual immersion. Hardware-wise, it's the best you can get. Also, I've made all initial characters Express crew members. That does add a dramatic value, just in time for the Trailblaze celebration. Why not make it the featured game of the ceremony? March said that she'll be here soon. Why don't we start with you? Game on! So this basically takes place before we set foot on Emborius, basically. Part of me kinda wishes I could skip. Because I've read all this already. I think my main goal is basically just to see how high the levels for the characters can get to. We passed level 100, so I'm kind of wondering, maybe it's 900, maybe it's somewhere in 900? I don't know. That's like my own personal game within this game. Starts out so slow. Bum, bum. Hmm. Oh, I didn't realize that. Alright. Got some standard pulls. And we got March. Another Himiko and Welps. Let's see here. We'll put them all at 7 for now. Very nice. Alright, who are we putting over here? Golden Hour booth. Another one of these. Do another pull. Oh, got Sunday. Stuff. Perfect, perfect. Cool. I'm gonna go in March again. So, while that's going on, 2 this time. I mean, arguably I probably could have also done this on my own time. But I also kind of need the jade, so... Now she's 2-starred. Above mechanical exhibits. Just need to get Robin, and then we can have another business bond going on. Oh. March. Marathon. Sunday. Done. I like the color. Yumiko and March did the most work. Okay. I'm not so great at video games, but I can pick up brilliant ideas the creator incorporated. Busy from all these calculations. Game setting reminds me of IPC's Interastral Civilian Achievement Exhibition. That's right, the biannual event of Hero Point each member era. That's what inspired this. Throw in the Astral Express crew and we've got ourselves a hit. But this game is still incomplete, so I need all of you to play more and offer some feedback. How do I play this game? In this version, you just need to earn money and level up the venue to make the exhibition bustling. It'll be easy for you. I'm not the right person for games that require me to rack my brains. I'll excuse myself. It's been a long time since I've had such fun. Unfortunately, there are more for adults to do aside from gaming. Let's play together again when we have the time. Since it's a gift for me, why don't we just let her be the main player? In this aspect, I trust her judgments. Then we'll leave it to you. Don't worry, Pom-Pom will always be with you. Game on again. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh yes, I got quite a few to do. Alright. So the fun fact about this one, it's going to continuously get coins even when you're not actively playing. So there's that. You can leave it alone for a little bit and all of a sudden you'll have— oh hey, Robin! Now that I have her, I can use her with Sunday. Oh look, another Robin. Well, let's get Robin up, leveled up a bit. Okay. Very nice, very nice. So like I said, this is definitely a game I wouldn't necessarily do on stream. This is definitely something you would do off stream. Ooh, event. It's Speckle. Antidote. Look what the train doing. Not all lights in the night skies are stars. The cars don't even exist in the first place. System error. Oh no. Why is there an error? The heck? I can't get out of this. Help! Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna have to then force exits, because that's always fun. Yeah, that's a thing. Shouldn't be a thing, but it is a thing. Unsurprisingly, my game decided to crash. And already forced exited you. Alright. Common question I ask. Where's my chapstick? Ouch! Do I need a new chair first, or do I need a new computer first? I think one of the two. Both are important, to be fair. Encoding overloaded. What else could I possibly do with that? Alright. On the way we go. I don't really think about it when it comes to leveling up different aspects of a character. But the amount of credits used does add up over in a short time if you do it all in one go. Especially with traces. And yeah. Very intriguing. Mm. Getting a feel with my hair. Give me a moment. While we wait. Okay. It's like okay. This is a comfy spot for me. Oh dear. Alright. Alright, so I had a force shut off, which fun. I am looking at my hand. Yeah, no, I definitely have to adjust the settings again. Unfortunate. I should have just continued on with the grove. But I do remember I tried using a code, but it ended up already having used. Which feels par for the course for me. Free jades. So yeah, I think I'll do the little board game on my own time. I don't think I can be entertaining while playing a stream. Because there's a lot of me thinking to myself. Yes. Always do your dailies and you'll get plenty of jades in no time. Oh, it's not no time, it's in some time. Oh. Fun. there's stuff from Pom Pom I can get now. I haven't visited Pom Pom in a bit. Gotta fix that. I also think there's less stuff going on in the hauler car. So Retro Blaze level. Alright, and then we get 55,000 credits, 25 refined ether, a fuel. And next time we get a star pass, a fuel, more stuff. And then that's all the level up we got. Alright. Let's try for a warp real quick. Or not. I only have 1200. I need 1600. I only have 12 Ember. No, 8. Starlight 8. Okay. Then we have Convergence. No, we all know I have all the standard banner characters. Ailu, Yanjing, Jeopard. Well, Branya, Clara, and Miko. I don't... potentially... You can... if I can E6... Yeah, E6... all of my standards... eventually... then, yeah, I'd be able to get more of these. But that is a far way away. And the most etalons I have for any one character right now would technically be just Branya and Himeko. And of course, y'all know I don't really go for the... I don't go for... I don't really go for etaloning the banner characters, because that involves money and I don't have that. Redeemable after obtaining a duplicate of a 5-star character with max etalons twice. Have to pull them 2 additional times? To be fair, I've always wanted Raw Egg, okay? He's pretty cool. But also, I want to know what other characters might pop up. Say Acheron ends up here, then I can just pull her off of here. But also, I could take a character I already have and eat to that one. So I could eat to Branya, I could eat to Himeko. Who am I more likely to pull though? In the standard banner. That's the thing. I don't know. And to be fair, I have pulled Bailu 3 times in my other accounts. So I could pull her a bunch of times as well. I feel like we should have been able to have I had to think a moment. I feel like we probably should have been able to also get like at least 1 5-star from each place we went to. So like on the standard banner you have from Belobog, Japard, Clara, and Bronya. And then of course from the Astral Express you have Himeko and Mr. Yang. And then technically Harda Space Station Ronmei. And in the Lofu we have Dancing Bailu. I say Ronmei, but she's not in the standard banner. It comes down to who do I think I am most likely to pull frequently enough? That would warrant this, because the sooner I can E6 someone, any one of these guys, the better chance I can get more of these from doing these pulls. And just saying. Well, I'm not just saying. I am actually saying. Alright. I'll think about this a bit more, but I'll be back in just a moment. Be back. Be good. Wrong button. Probably could have turned the music on, but that's okay. Sorry. There we go, there it is. Up. Anyway, like I was saying, I'll put some more thought into it. I'll put more thought into it. Hey, it's Luca. What do you have to say?
You're here right on time. I was about to give some feedback to the Express crew.
Feedback? Leave a 5-star review, I hope.
The portion sizes on the Express are too small. Things were pretty scarce in the underworld, but the food stall owners were never this stingy.
I think that's just presentation, Luca. Which, to be fair, probably doesn't make as much sense for you. All things considering. Maybe with the appetite.
Really? Maybe that's true. A boxer does need to take in a lot more energy than the average person. And, it seems like the conductor likes to include these weird vegetables in the lunches. I don't know what they are, but I don't like them.
I wonder what kind of veggies
If I didn't have
they
to
are.
worry about nutrition, I'd be ordering cosmic fried rice every meal.
Poor Luca. Poor Luca. Alright, the other thing was adjust settings a little bit. Alright. I don't think I can handle 60 frames, which is sad. Alright, let's see how this works out. Alright, what am I thinking? A little more adjusting, I think. Let's see. I'm not dealing with what I'm not lowering the render. I think we need shadows, right? I would like to keep the environment on medium just so I can like see stuff from the distances. Great. Okay. I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. I have not done this yet, I really should. Time to go back and see what the Unhug is up to. I'm too fight still. Well, for the fact I need this thing to keep something from blistering, I guess I will 100% use a different band-aid. But the bigger one will protect it a little better, unfortunately. I say it's a bad thing. Alright. Black monsters are twisted in form, and their life has turned to ash together with their souls. It's impossible to figure out from where they were still alive. These are the remains of a black tide monster. It does look different from the Titan King if I'm up close. What's that underneath it? A scroll? In Russians have bowed to the Titans for so long you've forgotten a scholar's true purpose. Making a mistake does not mean the act was meaningless. Even those students new to the Grove understand this from the basic logical lessons. Logical content ends there. As I expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussions about the sky. It's a debate between two scholars about the sky ships. A goddess also made mention of the ships when she interrogated us. A memory I'd rather forget. I'll hold on to this for now. Any luck, this journey won't leave us empty-handed. Wait for that to load back in. Oh, wait. Okay. I put it in my freaking bag so I wouldn't lose it. Duh. Alright. It's a little better. Alright, so quantum imaginary lightning. Alright. I think I have a Sunday. I'll leave on Sunday, but I'm definitely going to have to replace Adventurino. Can I use Mighty? Don't remember what I have it for. Thank you. Mighty, mighty, mighty. There you are. So now we go for... No, I haven't. I was working out other stuff for him. I really should do. I was working on leveling him normally first. Fair! Fair, 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 fair. And then I think the next thing I was initially gonna do was get the remainder of the relics I need for him. Alright. There. In that case... What was the other one? Hold on. Quantum imaginary lightning. I was about to say I could probably use Sparkle, but I don't have her. Okay. Maybe... Two... Ching away. I don't nearly give most of my Harmony characters the love and attention they need in this one. That's a bit unfortunate. Alright, how about... I guess I could make two. I think this lineup should be fine for now. I have to remember to level up Adventure Rain. That's Hyacinth. Why is she surrounded by so many monsters? As much faith as I have in her, it's probably a good idea to help her out there.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for.
I didn't cut my arm. Scratches right off. Alright, we're getting quite a bit of lag today, unfortunately.
Or you could sit back and watch.
I could get through Dan Hong's segments at least. Then I think I'll be good.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. All right, now let's get him.
Computer, you are going to be the end of me, I swear. If this doesn't become my... Hang on. I don't know, I did find it amusing. So I'm gonna see if I can get a screenshot of this. Perfect. Okay, I got it. That's gonna be the thumbnail for this vlog.
It's on me. Bust.
I swear.
Or maybe I'll take it all. Want to doubt farewell. I will watch over you and guide you on your path. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break! No dirty tricks, all right? Watch your head. Spend freely. It's on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Serenity is before me. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break! Watch your head. Spend freely. This drive is fitting. I will watch over you and guide you on your path. Want to doubt farewell. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
To be fair.
No dirty tricks, alright?
Hey.
It's on me.
This is definitely, unfortunately, going to be a slightly shorter stream.
Watch your head.
Namely,
Bust. Or maybe
because
I'll take it all. Serenity is before me.
or what I think I might do is I might merge today's boss into tomorrow's. Today's streaming, tomorrow's stream, and have this just be one stream.
Want to doubt farewell.
Because
Watch over you.
there's a lot of
Guide
stuff,
you on your path.
and I do want to get through it, but it's also like late. And admittedly, I'm already kind of sleepy.
This sanctuary is but a vision. Break! It's on me. Serenity is before me.
I'm streaming out of sheer stubbornness, to be fair.
Watch your head. Want to doubt farewell.
I don't think I can have settings go any lower, right? This place is practically in ruins. Tap it. There shouldn't be this many monsters here.
tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me.
Good job.
Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you.
Anaxagoras? He's the scholar who fused himself with the core flame of reason.
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching this guy. He's never mentioned anything about it.
Huion said Anaxa might be opposed to the flame chase journey.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic.
I picked up a scroll on my way here too. It looks like it may be related to one you're holding. Oh no. Okay.
Oh? Let me have a look.
Nathan combines both records together.
By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of two conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other.
There's still much I don't know about the Grove. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go ahead. The Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most. As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance.
A very illustrative explanation. Thank you.
Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless.
Yep.
That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Treaty cannon could slip past their watch.
That was a joke, right?
Newsporists primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch.
Oh my goodness.
Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the sky ship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the sky ship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So much so that even this scroll is completely new to me.
Don't worry about it. We'll just collect everything we can find of the Titans for now. There's something else that caught my attention, though. This says that Anaxa is conducting secret experiments of some sort.
That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even I, the assistant lecturer, know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Get these. Alright. Can I get these any lower? I don't really want to. But a lot of this is just killing me right now. Environmental detail Kamvas is. Character quality, reflection can do very low. Shadows are off. Desync is off. 30 frames. Let's see if that does anything. It's a little bit laggy still.
This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought.
For an exchange. For everyone who has ever watched Fullmetal Alchemist, we're always very well aware of what that meant. I'm no exception.
We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here.
That doesn't seem like a nice thing to do.
Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was no different from bandits.
Well, if you don't mind, did the Grove ever rob Castrum Kremnos?
Whew. You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the texts we need? We can bring them back to Akama for reading after that.
Agreed. This place isn't safe. We should leave as soon as we're done. There are still several more scrolls scattered about the place. I'll gather them while we pull up those texts. This way, nothing will be overlooked. I wonder because there's just so many moving parts. Alright. Whatever that will. Alright, fine. These are complaint letters from scholars about Exakos, blasphemer, extac letters. Based on the dust accumulated in the perfectly intact seals. This compliant me to not even bother opening them and just chuck them aside to a corner. This is about Nexa. I should read this. Ryzen, you should have a look too.
Ugh, it's so dusty in here. Whoa. Are these all complaints about him? I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society. They're probably all things like that.
Does Anaxa hold that much influence?
Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxa established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone.
The flag is kind of bothering me, honestly.
Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
And then Kenny impersonation. What happened after?
They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion from the Grove. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must likewise be their creations?
Am I supposed to put myself in Nexus shoes and answer that? Based on the history of the Flame Chase journey, humans had the potential to take over the divinity of Titans.
Anaxa said the same thing then. Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer, so they followed up with a second allegation. You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the gods. Do you admit it?
I think I might actually combine this and the next one. So I won't upload this one tomorrow, but at some point during Saturday after I've streamed then.
Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient.
I mean, of course, if it comes down to it, I could probably also just like record it. At least then I don't think it would cause lag, because I'm pretty sure it's usually when I'm streaming that there's lag to the game. Because everything else works just fine.
Every being in the
I can
world
see that.
owes their safekeeping to Kifli, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done something of that nature, then it'd indeed be sacrilegious. Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than an allegation in the end. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. Toward the end, a scholar asked him, "Anaxagoras, have you any respect for the gods?" It was only after a brief silence that he answered, "I have never denied that titans are meant to be noble constructs."
What he didn't say, that the Titans are not noble, rings louder in this case.
Yes, I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved, but what's for certain at least is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the grove where he continued his research, despite being regarded as a heretic. By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the grove. We may find clues there that aren't on the teleslate. I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab, hidden between the cornerstones.
Given the Grove's meticulous approach to archiving, could there really be such an oversight right under their noses?
It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, each has a private sanctuary where they can conduct research undisturbed in their free time. Even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those places and documenting the sage's research. But with the grove in this state, I'm sure Anaxa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab for a short while. Right?
Upload our Disney things. I think this thing's supposed to stop. curious about something real quick again.
This is the place, but where is everything?
I didn't think this was a personal lab area.
Materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. They're all gone. Did the black tide destroy it all?
No wonder we didn't see any defense mechanisms along the way. Have you ever been here before?
No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials. Students
What
often
tide's
saw him
it gonna
walk
be?
in looking bright as rain, but come out covered in soot with
Remembrance,
his hair
right?
singed.
She was also Remembrance.
Naturally, no one dared to come near this place.
I actually forgot. I think her banner comes in 3-3. Am I right? Right. Or am I mistaken? I'm probably mistaken.
Huh? That bookshelf over there seems to be
Hello.
the only thing still intact.
There are materials requested by Anaxagoras. Documents from various fields that we can file in one place, including the grinding. Which is something my computer also seems to be doing, to be fair. I'm actually using the lowest settings right now. And it still kind of lags, unfortunately.
What's going on?
Very struggling.
Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Alchema and... me?
Don't even get me started on cutscenes. This journal contains several intriguing points. Through alchemy, Anaxa aims to refine the golden flute. Yeah, it really is. Whereas heirs to a degree of purity equal to divinity. Which is kind of funny because up until recently, my computer was easily able to handle the game. What if? Question mark. Close these out. What characters do I use? Currently Remembrance Trailblazer, Firefly, Adventurine, and I switch between Bailu and Galaga right now.
Danny, look at this. I have a bad feeling about this. My biggest fear. It's come true. After going through his notes, I think I can piece it all together now. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation.
Do you mean he's trying to reconstruct human souls alchemically? I did recently pull
Yes,
my...
this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others.
I do want
Compared to his
Casterus,
public speeches,
and
this
I think I would
is the
like
real
Hyacinth too.
blasphemy.
Ow.
Oh, I just thought of something.
Casterus is a precious...
Do you
yeah, right?
remember
Precious
when the
looking
Black Tide was
character that can
approaching?
kill you.
The Grove had
Literally.
planned to send Cersei's core flame to a safe place.
I think Casterus
But an
falls
accident
under
happened
the
along the way,
category
and an Axa lost
of...
his life in the process.
I think I would put under the category of what goes like a cinnamon roll can kill you. I remember polling for who was I polling for? Yeah, on my main account I was polling for Sunday, and I lost my 50-50 to Bailu. I now have her at E2. Cersei took over his body.
That's right. But what if
It's
Professor Anax's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an accident?
Bailu's lucky she's cute.
Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing in and your time was running out, what would you have done? Exactly. When the Black Tide came,
The funny
true
thing is,
reason
the first
Anaxa
time I
headed to
pulled
the
her, it was
Luminary
from
throne
Standard.
was to transmute and fuse himself with the Titan's core flame.
I didn't manage to get Boot Hill on this one, unfortunately. Who popped up at that magic part? It was... who was it?
No. Judging from how he reacted after the
I
event,
don't remember who I
the
ended up
results
getting
came
instead
as a
of
surprise.
Boot Hill that time.
maybe
Or it could have
he
been I just
failed
ran
to
out of
consider
time.
the possibility that Cersei's would make a similar decision.
Although I do remember losing my 50-50 for Acheron.
The manuscripts detailing all
To
the
Adventurine
alchemical
of all
formulae
people.
have been taken away. His research is still ongoing.
Could he have taken them for other purposes?
Like, what? There's only one Titan left in the world now. No.
Between
No way.
Acheron and Adventurine? I got Adventurine at that point on Acheron's banner.
He's after Kefali.
Back when Adventurine and Acheron were side by side for their banners, I was polling for Acheron, but Adventurine popped up
This
instead.
sky above us, it's not real, is it?
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world, so that students like you may still learn about the night sky. Astronomers have harnessed the Titan's
I wanna
miraculous
say
power to
Adventurine
manipulate
was
the
in a
light,
rerun of that.
projecting the nights of the
No,
past.
no, he
here.
wasn't. No, he wasn't. Penacony had just released back then. But yeah, there were 2 new characters going at that time, and that would be Acheron and Adventurine.
Much
I
like
could've
how
gotten
the sky
Lingsha.
above the holy city is also illuminated by Kefali's
Essentially the 5-star version of Gallagher.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Inoxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it.
Did I lose that one too, come to think of it?
Often people know more than they
No,
let on.
I think there was another one of those
They
instances I was
simply
struggling
choose
to get
feign
jades.
ignorance because they have no other choice.
Then they're just deluding themselves.
Ouch.
People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day.
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. But above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the first place.
Okay, that'll work. There we go.
But I can, sir. I can do it for us.
There we go.
The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on your behalf.
Alright, I'm just gonna make quick notes.
You're right. I shall do just that. In the next meeting of the sages, I will spare no efforts fighting for the rights you deserve. Go. Establish your own school of thought. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate truths of the world.
Right. That's how I'm gonna work this one out.
Child of humanity. You didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali. Just ask him a few questions, did you?
What?
So, you figured it out. If I were as foolish as a Dromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness. begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom. Well, sorry to disappoint, but I'm no Dromus. Alas, I am a human, standing tall on 2 feet, possessing both intellect and pride.
Before such power, does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromus?
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa. They call me a blasphemer, Xerxes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. It's just... as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh, if power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much more? The source of life is what I wish to grasp, to understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning.
There's life. And there must also be a beginning.
How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculations.
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
Up.
No, I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my own eyes.
Professor Anaxa, I'm here. Her life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Unnecessary?
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand from you what I need.
What are you planning, Anaxa?
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and her survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
I see. In that case, let the show begin.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and prove the nature of our existence now?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been stuck in a cognitive trap all this time.
Huh?
As unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance, they are in fact logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about what the soul is at its core. The reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters
Yeah, just
is,
let's gloss over
I
that.
overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too, Circes?
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion conjured up by the mind of a dying man.
Of course you would remember. Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How do you know of it? And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
Not everything is out in the open to read, you know.
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Circes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world, so who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness, yet you have no idea who she is? The answer is evident, is it not? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one.
Da da da.
Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find them?
I knew you would say that. But it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this supreme being standing before us tell us everything?
But he'll tell you everything.
You can revive a Titan?
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can gods. But all we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. The solution is simple. Just like what you did to me. If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did. Simple, is it not?
Alexa. Good boy. In the meantime,
I have news from Hyacinth and Dunhung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling anyone and everyone with his tricks.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally.
I do miss hearing your
Anaxa's ambitious
though.
desires will be something we can exploit.
Hope their voice turbines again soon.
What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kynus is up to, and react accordingly to thwart her plans. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next challenge you ought to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
Don't find us anytime you need something.
Preposterous! The Christos only have their standing because of the Council of Elders. How dare they trample over it?
These people are shooting daggers with their eyes.
Ah, it's been a while. That's fine. I recognize you. The young lord has nothing but good words about your courage.
It has indeed been some time, Lord Krateros. What brings you here in such haste?
Shh, keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work for kindness.
Vicious.
I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night?
It would be hard not to notice thunderclaps in broad daylight. No, I'm a heavy sleeper. Hooray, it's Acheron! Someone's coming to save us! Wouldn't that be hilarious? I mean, if Acheron did end up somehow coming to Emborius, that would actually be pretty impressive. There's the first option.
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
You know, the fact that someone could throw something from another area entirely and somehow not severely damage someone else in the process. That's amazing. I feel bad for whoever might have almost was in the spear's path though.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle, reach out to me anytime.
You have my gratitude. I will let Aglaya know about this right away.
Cutscene. I might call it.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness has been unusually active lately. Those lackeys she keeps under cover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the council.
That's...
Looks like you can see it for yourself.
We should get back. Thank you for the intel, Lord Krateros.
So, like I just said, back in our POV, woohoo! But yeah, like I was just saying, I am getting so tired now. go. To anyone that came by, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to follow if you haven't already. Follow. Come check out the Discord if you so desire. It is in the pinned thing of the stream. Also, feel free to check me out and follow me on other of my socials. And if you ever miss a stream, my VOD channel has a bunch of them, and my main channel has most of them at the moment. So until next, have a safe and fun weekend. Because I'm not streaming Friday. Probably, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It's a maybe. So until next time, everybody. じゃあ、またねー。